What's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter. Are you fucking serious? You just pressed play. Welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter, and this, of course, is episode 24, and we are here to talk about The Thing. And let me tell you something. I should probably get on the right page. This movie is a banger. I don't want to reveal anything. We still got ratings, but it's a banger.
You're still not on the right page. I'm sorry.
Am I still not on the right page? How's that even possible?
You gotta turn it.
How'd I go from Good Will Hunting to that?
Rodney, what do you think of The Thing?
We got other shit to announce. We have Box Office Banter Buddy, dude.
Oh, yeah. Who is it?
Our banter buddy of the week.
Yeah, announce it, Rodney.
You forgot?
It doesn't sound like a real person to me.
Here we go. Yeah, well, apparently
it's a movie.
Apparently he must die. Not literally. So essentially what we did was we had a bunch of people in the Box Office Banter Movies group. Movies, all caps, 2 O's, shameless plug. We had them all throw out movies that they'd like us to review. We took 8 of those movies and brought it to a poll, and whatever movie got the most votes, we're going to review. And here we are today.
There were a few good ones on there, too.
There was. It was a hard choice. I actually originally was going to vote for something else, but I was like, this doesn't have a chance, and I also happen to love this movie. So
who did vote for it out of this 4? I voted for it.
I voted for The Thing.
I voted for The Thing.
We all voted for it?
No.
No, he didn't. What'd you vote for? I think you voted for runner-up, didn't you?
Silence of the Lambs?
Yep. Yeah, so
that'll be. I mean, we're definitely gonna.
I'd have been great with that. We'll do that eventually, which I'd probably rather do that with a whole-on Hannibal breakdown. But we figure, why not make Banter Buddy of the Week be the guy that vaulted this into the poll, and that is John Tucker. No, it is not John Tucker from John Tucker Must Die. He is legitimately just a John Tucker, and he is Banter Buddy of the Week for the suggestion, and I hope you enjoy this vid, John Tucker. But we're going to jump straight into The Thing just for you, Buckaroo. I know you don't like that nickname. Okay, I've never called you that. What did y'all think of The Thing?
I love it.
All right.
This was actually my first time seeing
Really?
it.
Yes, I thought so.
But yeah, I think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
This is like my 3rd time seeing it, and I've totally forgot about it. I don't know how you can forget about a movie like this.
It's kind of hard, you know?
But I really did enjoy this.
I almost feel like this is like that was your whole take, and that was his whole take, and it's
I mean, we can start.
No, we've started. For me, the music is amazing, dude. It really complements the slow build of the film, which, of course, it's a John Carpenter movie. You got the synthesizers on lock. He really likes to, if anything, maybe overuse those, but he really knows how to just write that ship home, dude, every single time. It doesn't fail. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it's definitely not broke in this movie because it really adds to the movie. It's almost like another character in the film. Just when you're going along that like slow build and you're with it, and you're like, what's going to happen here? That music kicks in, the boom, 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 and it keeps going and building, and it picks you right the fuck back up. Like, hang on, dude. I know we're kind of taking this slow a little bit here, but we're not screeching to a halt. This is all important, and we're going to get there. We're trying to slowly build up the fear of what's to come, and that music complements it so damn well, dude. I don't know how y'all feel about the music.
No, the music was great. The music was great, and another dynamic that's added to this movie is the location of where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Antarctica, right?
Antarctica, yep.
Yeah, and just knowing, if you see the trailer, you're like, I'm going to watch this, and you find out they're in Antarctica. They have nowhere to go if something does go wrong, and indeed, it does.
Everything goes wrong.
It adds like a claustrophobic cloak, if you will, like over the film, because you're watching it, and now of course claustrophobic, you think tight space, like, oh, maybe I'm in a tunnel or something like that, but the feeling of literally like you can't go anywhere. Antarctica, dude, you can walk outside, fucking freeze it, fuck around like that.
And they show it in this movie.
Yeah,
how
you
cold
will
it gets.
freeze 100%. Like, you're not gonna make it. So with all the crazy shit that we're about to dive into that ensues, man, the thought that you can escape There's no way to. Just adds to that claustrophobia aspect. You look like you got
Well-
something to say, Rodney.
Not even that they can't escape, that there's nobody there to help them either.
No.
Like, nobody was coming until, what'd they say, like 3 months or something?
Jeez.
It might have
3
been longer
months.
than that. But that was when the next wave of people were coming or supplies were coming or something. But, yeah, they can't escape, and nobody's coming for them either. Like, they're trapped there for however long it was.
Yeah, dude. And honestly, man, as soon as you see Kurt Russell, if you somehow didn't know he's in this movie, Kurt Russell times John Carpenter is a certified hit. I mean, you almost forget how many movies he was in with John Carpenter. There was this one, and that was it. No, I'm just playing.
Escape.
Escape from New York. Escape from L.A., of course, the sequel. I actually don't think John Carpenter had the directorial duties. I think he wrote it. I don't know. He definitely directed the first Escape, but I don't know if he directed the second one. And then, of course, I'm not going to put it out there, but Big Trouble, Little China, man. That movie, fuck, I love that movie, and I really hope we get to review it soon. And I actually loved it because on the Facebook page, somebody was like, Big Trouble, Little China, they're hyping it up, and I'm just like, hell yeah, dude.
Those people are insane. We don't listen to those.
Oh,
I'm just
come
kidding.
on.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but, Kurt Russell's been, the main guy in a lot of these John Carpenter films, and every time it's been absolute fire and fire. That actually plays a pretty big role in this movie, actually. So, essentially, let's just jump to the dogs here, dude.
Jumping all the way to the top.
Is that what we want to do, or do you want to cover some other shit?
Let's
Cover
start.
some other
Well,
shit.
yeah, it
Lead into it.
It first opened up with guys in a helicopter shooting at a dog,
Yeah, and you're
running in
wondering
the
why.
middle of
The worst shots
Antarctica.
possible.
Yeah, they're so low to the ground. But yeah,
And I
you're like,
immediately was like, Tyler won't
yes,
like this.
that's what I almost texted in the group. I was like, Tyler, you're gonna have a problem with the start of this movie.
Dude.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about it.
I was watching it with him before the podcast because he couldn't get his hands on it, and I was like, "Okay, we'll watch it before." And I legitimately was like, kind of peeking out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, "He's probably hating his life right now." I even didn't think about it, but it started. I saw the dog running, like you were just talking about, and I was like, "Dude, Tyler."
Yeah, I was
is
like,
gonna
I
have
hope
a
they
great
die.
time.
It's like,
No, it
why
gets
are they
way
shooting
worse.
a dog? And then I was like, is it a
So
dog or is it like a
bad.
wolf? I was like, maybe it's a wolf. They wouldn't be shooting at a dog.
Woof
It was a damn
Definitely a
husky.
dog. But yeah, the dog runs to another camp, which happens to be the main camp. Did it have a name or anything?
No, I
It
don't
was
know.
like Site 3, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that.
So it runs there where Kurt Russell is and all the crew, and the Norwegians get out of the helicopter. You figure out they're Norwegians, and they shoot the one dude in the knee.
Bastards.
I don't
Dude, they
remember
were
his name.
idiots. So
Yeah.
the
But you
Swedish
got to
guys-
think, like, after you know the movie, like you kind of see where they were coming from.
Yeah.
Like, they know that thing's going to take over that whole camp or whatever, morph into whoever it kills or whatever.
It's
And they
morphin'
were
time.
trying to stop that. But there was a language barrier there, and they couldn't talk to him.
It's true. There was, yeah.
They were going to any lengths to kill that, which is exactly what Mac does in this movie.
Dude, anybody
Dude,
would have
Mac's a
fucking done that.
badass.
He
in
is
this movie.
definitely a badass.
Yeah, he's the fucking shit. Now do we want to
Yeah,
jump?
so yeah,
the dogs.
they realize the dog's just walking around camp, and someone goes, "Put that dog up with the other mutts." Now you can go, Brandon.
So, I'm sorry. Maybe it's because you were talking about you hated Chappelle's show. All I thought about was that one skit where it was like, somebody shut that fucking dog up, and they shoot the dog, the SWAT team. Have y'all not seen that? The dog's literally like
It's
chilling.
vaguely, but what?
Yeah, funny shit. But the dogs,
That's not funny at all.
it was hilarious.
Well, it's Chappelle show.
Because he's just chilling and they blow him up. But the fucking dogs, dude, they're all in that cage. At this point, you're kind of just like, what is going to happen here? What is this exactly? What's going to go on? Because we haven't really got a taste of the thing yet. And you just know. Again, that's the biggest thing. The movies that execute this so well, you just know something fucked up is about to happen. And let me tell you, something fucked up happens. One of those dogs starts, tripping out a little bit. Things start coming out. Not like it's one single thing, but there's all types of things that encompass this thing. And it's just fucking a sight to behold. And then you got all the shit coming out of this dog, and next thing you know, the other dog's literally fucking biting through the fence just to try to get away. It's that fucking scared. And then, you know, it's cutting back, and then it's cutting back to him, and now all these fucking dogs are like mutating almost. It's truly frightening.
It's definitely something that has to be seen. Like words, trying to explain it won't do it justice.
No, dude.
Like, you have to see it.
The practical effects were
Yes.
incredible in this movie.
This is the standard.
It's like
for
the staple
practical
for it.
effects. And that's what I'm not gonna say I don't like the prequel, but it's almost like a disservice to this film how great it is with the practical effects for them to make the prequel and just have all the CGI. I honestly don't remember how even good the CGI was. It might not be that great. It might be okay. It might be passable. But even if it was the most top-notch CGI, kind of like Planet of the Apes, you know, the remakes of that, I always talk up their CGI because it's watchable throughout the whole film. It feels just weird. If there's one prequel movie or a remake or sequel, whatever you're going to do with it, that I feel like you have to do practical effects, it needs to be the thing. I feel
Or
like you
Star
almost have to honor that, man. You just have to, dude, because it is a tour de force in that department. The creativity of it all is just insane. Like, I'd love to see some behind-the-scenes footage of them putting it together, maybe even them just creatively talking to each other, like, what do we want to do here? How they always have not only, like, the monster, like, the heads of the shit coming out and all of that, but, like, what fucks with me the most is that fucking, like, there's, like, these little skinny fucking tentacle things that go, like, and they're, like, shooting everywhere. It makes me uneasy, dude. I'm over here watching it with Tyler, dude. I'm, like, putting my feet up on the couch. Like, I'm like, man, there might be one of those tentacles under there. It just makes me squirm, dude. Like, and it's all because of that tour de force. If that was CGI, it just wouldn't hit right, dude. And the thing is the definition of it, man. It truly is. And they knock it out of the park with that dog scene. It nails it. Can't word it any other way.
Well, before the dog scene, by the way.
Oh, so we are. I literally was like, "Are we ready to go to the dog scene?" Like, yeah, we
well,
good.
This is like a guessing movie. It's a guessing game. So you don't, which we'll get into in a minute. But it's a guessing game, and you see a shadowy figure in the bedroom with the dog walks into the bedroom. So now you're like, well, who's this cat? And
It was a dog, dude.
Well, some say.
But it was a cat.
Right.
I was like,
That's all I got to say about that.
Is that it?
No, it's just that the shadowy figure is like that just gets your brain, rattling, and then the whole rest of the movie is like,
Yeah.
well, it could be,
It
Yeah.
really is a guessing game because you
Exactly.
don't know who's real and who the thing is and who it's taken over. And being the first time for me watching it, I was thinking like multiple people had been affected, that it wasn't just one or two people. That
No.
3 or 4 or 5 of them had been taken over, however you want to put it.
And they do a great job at convincing you that this person is
Yeah.
it, and then they're not it. And
Yeah.
then this person's probably it, but then they're not it. Does a great job.
Testing the blood.
Yeah.
The dude's giving
Yes.
that look from hell, like staring at him, just like,
Right.
I'm about to kill you once you put that copper in the blood. And then it turns out to not even be.
Yeah, I know.
him.
Can't wait to talk about that scene.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking something, dude. I mean, I can't imagine, dude. Again, that trapped feeling that it does so well, and not knowing who your enemies are, and the fact that you're looking at your friend's face. Like, imagine us right now, like, and we're just like, I might have to kill you in a second. I don't know if I can do that. Once those things start popping out of your head, it might be a little too late because I might hesitate, and
Yeah, it would.
they'll get you.
In this, if this was a real life situation, it would make you super paranoid. Which
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I love what they did with, who was it, Dr. Blair. He was the one that
Yeah.
was like breaking shit, had the gun, was like, "You're not coming near me," and they ended
Oh,
up
yeah.
putting him in the tool shed. But I definitely think that everybody would have been that way.
I-
Like, you wouldn't have trusted anybody.
Yeah.
Go to your corner and let's wait 3 months.
Well, that's what I say. I kind of love how Windows was like stuck in a corner in that whole scene. All of them were like behind the door, and Windows is just like in the corner, like I'm just here. Hopefully, I don't get shot. Like that was rough on his part. One thing I have to call out though, dude, McCready's fucking outfit, bro. Like when they're sitting there,
Killing it.
like, dude, that when they're sitting there over like the snow or whatever, and they're looking at the hole, and McCready's got like the shades on. He's got like it's like a sideways cowboy hat. It's got the thing dangling. The swag is on full tilt right there from McCready, dude. Russell just oozes coolness, even in the most ridiculous fucking outfit I've ever seen in my life. Literally, like every time I watch it, I forget he wears that, and I'm like, really, bro? Like, was that a creative decision where they were like Carpenter was like, let's just dress you completely fucking ridiculous. Let's just do it. And Russell's like, I trust your judgment. Let's roll.
What about the thing whenever it takes Bennings and they light him on fire and that roar that he makes?
It lets out right at the end.
Yeah. Smart move to burn him, and then the doctor goes wild.
Yep, he killed all the dogs. Tyler, how'd that make you feel?
I didn't pay attention to that part. I stopped watching right after they were shooting the dogs. I don't remember what movie. No. I mean, I understand if they're freaking aliens killing everybody, then you know.
Oh, yeah. And we knew it could
A dog would
imitate.
sacrifice his life to save yours, so the
100%.
dogs are sacrificing their lives because they might be the alien.
Mm-hmm. And we knew it could imitate, but actually seeing is believing, right? When we actually saw it happen, we're like, okay, so that's what it looks like. This shit just got even more real. We knew it could happen, but seeing it, man, took it to another level. And the characters, honestly, are much like the story and the music that comes in with that. It's the slow build, dude. There's something to these characters. They don't really start out like on fire, like, you know, the thing gets burned. It kind of builds to it where like you slowly start to love the characters as it goes on, and playing that guessing game, kind of like you were saying, with them, you build with them. This is a type of movie like if you can stick it out, it'll get better and better.
Okay. Now, what about that scene where they're giving that guy chest compressions?
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
The infamous clear scene.
Yeah,
the stomach opens up
yep.
and bites the one doctor's arms off.
Oh my god,
That would probably hurt.
And well, yeah,
I'd say so.
I've
and
never
then,
had my arm
and then
bitten off.
the head falls off.
Yeah.
And like grows legs and tries to run away.
Yeah, he fucking
the
turns
practical
into a
effects,
spider.
dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, again, it just goes
They're
back
really
to the,
good though.
And that head running away is what gave Mac the idea for the blood test that Rodney was
Yes.
speaking about earlier, realizing that the thing just wants to stay alive. Like, it's not dead by cutting its head off. The head's just going to try to get away. So that's how he thought of, well, the blood would do the same thing. It would just want to survive and not get hit with this hot needle.
100%, dude. And we didn't even talk about like Knowles ditching McCready, because there was so much that went on out there that we were kind of talking about. Like, I love how McCready talks about going up to his shack, and he's just like, well, why didn't you go up to my shack? He's like, because I was in there like earlier yesterday, whatever he says, like, I turned the lights off.
He just said, I didn't turn the lights on.
Yeah, so it's legitimately like it's such a simple thing to say, but it's such a oh shit moment. Even when I was watching it with Tyler literally said like, oh shit.
Yeah, cause it's not like he said, because I forgot to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Like he said because 2 days ago or yesterday I turned the lights off, and then they look up at his shack and the lights are on,
Boom.
so you know something's going on.
Somebody was
It's
there.
not like he's like, we got to go to my shack. I turn the lights off.
Save
I gotta turn it back.
electricity.
Got to turn them back
Yeah.
on. No,
That's
he saw the lights on. They're like, something's going on up in my shack.
Yeah, dude. Maybe it was Blair who they locked up. He's getting out, right? No. Dude, that guy that played Blair actually passed away recently. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. He played in Hard Target as well. Yeah, I think he literally died like a month ago. Sad news there
Rest
for
in
sure.
peace.
Yeah, he's a solid character actor. Did y'all know that this movie was like panned initially? Like when this first came out, people were not digging it at all. It just kind of like slowly developed that like cult following, And then over time, it was like, okay, we can now.
see it
In
now.
general,
He was ahead of his time.
it aged so fucking
That's how
well, dude.
Shawshank was. Shawshank
Beautiful
had a
movie.
terrible, terrible box office.
Yeah,
draw.
it did. It didn't get
And
shit.
now it's regarded as one of the greatest movies
Well,
of all time.
With Shawshank, it was received well, at least. People just didn't go see it. This movie, I believe, wasn't even received well. Like, I don't think it was even, like, considered good.
I looked
at
up the
time.
Rotten Tomato score. I forgot what it was.
No, it's great now, but that's all, like, reviews, you know, this movie's born in 1982.
Let's just jump to the one scene we're talking about, the blood
The
scene.
blood.
Okay, so
They
before
don't-
we get into it, though, who did you think it was?
See, I still was
there
trying
was
to talk about
multiple-
Niles ditching McCready, dude. I thought that was great, how he shows
I
up
don't
like a
remember the
badass
names, but-
with the flare and dynamite.
I
And he
thought
was like, if
like
you
a couple
light
of
me
the-
on fire, we're blowing the hole.
yeah.
Yeah, like, do it,
Place that.
childs. Like, go for it. Like, make my fucking day, essentially.
Yeah, I
That's
really
fucking
had
great.
no idea who it
Yeah,
was.
the
And
movie
that's-
did a great job of making me think it was this person, and then a little bit later, I'm like, okay,
Exactly.
no, it's not that dude anymore. It's this guy.
Yeah.
And then, okay, no, it's not that dude. It's this guy. And then it was playing with my mind of, okay, what if they're all 4 or 5 infected? Like,
Like, do they know that they're infected?
Yeah, like, maybe
Yeah.
there's
Maybe they
something
know,
where they
maybe
don't
that-
realize.
And that's something when they
McCready
were
even
all,
says, I know I'm not, but do you really know?
when they were testing the blood, everybody was scared shitless.
Yeah, 'cause they didn't
Even if,
know.
like, so that's the thing. Did they even know? They were questioning whether they were taking
They were
over
either
or
scared
not
shitless that they didn't know, or they were scared shitless that they would find out that they were the actual.
without knowing.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's a mind fuck.
It really is.
But the way they cut their hands, like to get
Oh,
that
yeah.
blood, dude, they freaking dig into your
Oh,
fingers.
And the one dude
I was
had
like,
to
oh
cut
my
himself.
god, like you got to fill up a freaking cooking pan of blood.
Before that, too, McCready blasted Clark. I feel like
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a big moment. It was kind of like, yeah, look, it was do or die, but McCready didn't necessarily know that he was going to stab him with a knife. That was just like the ultimate moment where it was like, McCready ain't all talk. Like, who you coming at me, bitch? Like, I'm settling this right now. I don't have time to play games. That can be you, too. So I think that was like a huge moment for them, or him, and them as a unit to be like, maybe we should listen to McCready a little bit more.
That's where he completely took charge.
Yeah, it was
Like,
like,
it was his camp now.
yeah, anybody
Listen to
else
me.
want to step up? Because you're getting shot in the fucking head, too, dude. And just the whole tension building around that whole scene, the blood scene.
Great
You're-
job.
dude,
Where
you're-
he even told the doctor, or no, the sheriff dude, he was like, "You're the only one that could get in that room, so we're doing you last."
Yeah.
because that was the one dude that I think they pointed the most at that
Oh
could
my
potentially
Lord.
be
They wanted
it.
you to think it was him for
Yeah.
sure. It was either him or Windows is what they wanted you to think.
Poor Windows. We'll get to that, though. That's just that whole scene. But I tell you, dude, that's one of the best jump scares, I think, in any movie. That gets me like a motherfucker when the
Oh,
blood
yeah.
does come out.
Oh,
Because it's like in the middle of a conversation. I can't remember. He's like, I can't remember what he said. He's like talking to one of them, you know, doing like the "we'll get to you last." Like maybe that might even been it. I don't think it is. We'll use that for the sake of the conversation. Like we'll get to you last, and it's like, yeah, like, and you're like, oh shit, like,
Yeah, I
'cause
was
you're
not expecting
You're
it.
not ready for it. The blood literally like makes like a noise, and it hops out, and then next thing you know, and it's just like, holy shit, bro. Can you imagine still being tied up? They're all
Yeah.
like,
they're
McCready,
freaking the fuck
get me out of
out.
it. And dude, you can't not. It's just fucking insane. And the touch of having him just jump straight to the fucking ceiling, dude. I don't know why, but that made it so much better because it's like, this motherfucker is like Spider-Man right now. Like, what
So-
can these things not do?
You rewatch that scene because when the ceiling tiles break, they fall up,
Mm-hmm.
showing that they filmed it upside down because gravity.
I thought
pulled
he
them
just
down.
hit it really hard and they went up.
That's the way I looked at it.
If there's one that falls though, not from the initial hit, it's
Yeah.
after and it falls, and you're like, okay, you can
That's a
tell
good
it was
little
filmed
Easter egg.
upside down.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. They use that movie magic.
I thought
with so
they were
many
just
things.
standing up and just like would yank him up his
Throwing
full
him.
body.
I thought he just leaped up there, dude. And he had some like Velcro or something. But yeah, that is just flat out fucking intense. And then what happens to the windows, dude?
Poor Windows, man.
Like,
happened
I
to
mean,
him?
oh my god, the
Tell us.
motherfucker head split down the fucking middle, and you're like, bro,
Like,
is
I mean-
this happening? And he just grabs him, and it's clearly a fucking dummy. It's yanking around, but you forgive the fuck out of it because it's just
You're
intense as fuck. And these motherfuckers are still like, get me out of here, like losing their shit, dude. And it is so intense watching him get thrown around like that, flung into the wall over by some like cabinets, I think. And of course, McCready. Finally, because he's trying to get the fucking flamethrower to work, and he can't get it. Of course he can't get it in this moment. You know, he's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then, of course, he finally blasts it or whatever. It goes out, fucking falls. And, of course, McCready with precision aim, like, here's some dynamite, bitch, blows his ass up.
So that was one thing that I didn't really understand because if you remember more beginning of the movie, they figure out that even if the thing's dead, it can still take, like the cells still aren't dead, it can still take over somebody else's body. That's how, I think Bennings was, the dead carcass they brought back from the Norwegians took over the one dude.
Yeah.
So if you explode that infected body, you just put those cells clear across the base, and you're never cleaning all of those
that's
things. So I don't know if you all
thought
thought of it in that sense, but that's how
Yeah.
that would have been dumb. Unless the only excuse for it is Mac knows we're all dying tonight. Like, we're not making it out this. It doesn't matter. But if you
That's
were
almost
trying to
like
survive, you're covering your base with.
That or he had like
The
just
thing.
maybe it didn't show it. He just had a fucking lapse. Like he was just like, and fucking take.
And he might not have known because that the one, I don't remember who he told the doctor when he figured that out, but he could have just not known.
Yeah, dude. So fucking intense. There's like this movie, like I said, there's some slow moments where it kind of coasts along, but there's like 4 scenes that just grab you and don't let you go. Of course, oh my God, we were talking about the fucking, what was it, Blair? He fucking took the fingers and threw the one dude's face, and he's
that
fucking
shit
like,
was crazy.
yeah, it's like, can you imagine, like, just feeling the pull of that? And then after all that's said and done, McCready with the fucking thing, like, going through the floor and knocking boards up. That was intense as fuck, and seeing it. And then the whole thing, too, dude, this movie was the ultimate, you know, the horror trope, like, black guys got to die first. When I was younger, dude, when I was younger, the last guy to die, too, at least that we see on screen, was the other black guy. Name's escaping me right now.
Knowles?
Yeah, Knowles. I got it wrote down somewhere. You had all these people. Literally, the last dude we see die is the black guy, and then the other black dude survives. So, like, when I was a kid, dude, I had that extra mindset when I was younger where, like, I was always, like, rooting for the black guy. Like, dude, break the stigma. Let's do this. So that movie always got me hyped because we got down to literally 3 people, and I'm like, oh, my God.
They did it.
They're all going to make it out. And I used to get so hyped. But even then, I'm like, well, at least he was, like, the last to die, and then there's like that. So I always got hyped. It was like a little tidbit that actually got me excited. It kind of, you know, debunks the whole black dude's going to die by the end thing. This is one of those movies that was like, fuck this. And depending on what you think happened, the ending.
Yeah, let Rodney
Yeah,
talk
go ahead.
about the ending.
Yeah, the ending.
Remember?
No, the ending.
You don't
Remember? There's a lot of
The-
different.
the
I'll let
ending
him
is
cover
great.
it. But yeah.
So like, he does his little thing, blows up the creature, and it's just him as in McGreedy, and
Childs.
and then Childs shows up because I forgot Childs. I forgot all about him honestly until he showed back up, and then it's just 2 men left standing. That's it. Fucking, you know, Kurt Russell and Childs. So it's like, okay, let's see what happens here, and they sit down, they start talking. A few things here and there. I guess what they were talking about if they were infected or not still.
Yeah,
I
he was
can't
saying-
remember what they were saying.
It don't
Yeah.
matter if you are because I can't fight back.
Yeah, I can't do
Anyway.
anything
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just wait it out and see.
So then
Essentially.
McGreedy gives him, I guess, a glass of champagne or wine or whatever it is in a bottle, and he goes and drinks it, and, you know, titles roll pretty much. That's the end of the movie. So it's like an ambiguous ending. Like, you kind of make it for yourself.
Yeah, there's so
Some-
many different.
Some things
thoughts on
that has been said are that the bottle had kerosene in it,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
gasoline.
Kerosene.
That way,
Kerosene.
Kurt Russell knew, because he did give him some kind of look too. Like after he had drank it, like Kurt Russell looked at him in a way that was like, "Oh,
Like,
okay,
oh
so
shit,
you're,
he's it, or
yeah, you're
he
a
just
thing."
loves kerosene.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, my favorite.
But there's so many different like ways that people say that this movie ended. Like, both of them were the thing, or just one of them was. And
I should
like
know
that
this.
theory.
both of them were.
No, I like the theory that,
It was kerosene.
It was
he
Childs.
drank the kerosene,
He
didn't have
tricked
any
him.
effect on him, and he was the thing. And Kurt Russell realized it and was like, "Oh, we're both gonna die, or he's
Well,
gonna
they're both
go
dying
infect the world or
anyways.
something." Yeah, maybe could he die just by drinking the kerosene if he is the thing, or
I
does
mean,
he have
I'm
to be
sure
on
if he,
fire?
Like, threw a lighter in his mouth or something.
Yeah, at the very end, it's just like, and they both die.
Well, that explosion was crazy, by the way.
It was.
I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
The ending explosion. The shit was epic.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think there's also, I wish I would have like looked this up. This is the type of shit like I knew 2 watches ago, but I slowly forget this kind of shit. Like I even forgot about that going in the ending. I'm like, yep, I've heard of that one before. But I think there's also, I could be completely wrong, but I think there's something in the way one of them words something where somebody's like if he says that, then how's that work? Because he would have been here at that time, so that shows something. Like I think there's even one of those type of things going on there. Watch me be completely wrong, but there's at least like 3 or 4 different things. Yeah,
No, you are.
there's at least 3 or 4 different things that are like that, dude. Yeah, I see you over there. You know I got
You're
it.
watching me, dude.
Yeah, I'm watching you, dude. You can't see my eyes. I'm watching this.
He
thing
does say
here.
something. He was like, "Yeah, I was here, but then I was looking for somebody and he couldn't find him." And
He
then
said that
asked him,
some
"Where were
bird got
you?"
away or
Yeah.
something
He
like
was-
that.
yeah, he was chasing
Yeah.
somebody and he got away and then he came back.
Yeah, and maybe that goes hand in hand with the thing. It's like, okay, well, why don't you drink this? Because now I've put that together. Yeah, there's at least 3 things I've seen that kind of like tip you off in a certain direction, or it's fan theories that work very well. But that's the beauty of it, kind of like you were saying, the ambiguous ending. And I've had some people just like, I want to know what happens. No, it's perfect, dude. Put it together for yourself. It's so amazing. Just let that great fucking score come in one last time, slowly pan out. And did they die? Most likely. Was one of them the thing? Maybe. You don't need to know. Throw it together in your own mind. It's a magnificent movie, and
I like to think it was a dream.
it hits on all.
It was a
cylinders.
dog's dream.
Well, I
I woke up and the dog was fine.
Can you imagine if it was like the husky? It like slowly faded to black, and then it came out back this way, panning the other way, and it was just a dog's face playing that doom doom, and then its eyes just opened and it went to black.
Like Dexter.
I'd be like,
I
"Are
hated
you
it.
fucking kidding me right now, son?" It was the dog's dream. Now man, there might be like a fucking extra ending for that. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, the dog did it the whole time.
No, don't say that. But with the ending, I like the fact that putting yourself in either one of their positions, they have no idea what the other person is, whether they're infected or not.
It don't really matter
And
either,
then
though.
they're just sitting there like cool with it, like, okay, we're
Yeah.
here at this point. And the fact that there was no shelter there at all, so like if you weren't infected, you were going to die in a matter of a couple hours because you were going to be froze.
So what do y'all personally think, though?
I think neither of them were infected, and they both die.
I think neither of them were infected, and they both die as well.
I think that one guy was infected with,
Childs?
yeah, and they still both died.
Well, the
thing
thing
would've
wasn't
lived.
going to die. It was going to
No, like,
freeze.
Yeah,
And
he
then they
like
were gonna
burns
be
him
able to-
as he's getting attacked or something.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing
Gotcha.
kills him and he kills him at the same time.
Yeah.
Rodney?
I think I've always
I
thought of
just
it.
came
They
up
just
with a
slowly
theory.
die.
Okay, let's hear it. I love
so
it.
what if in the bottle wasn't kerosene, and what if Kurt Russell was the thing at the end, but what he put in that bottle was actually blood from the thing, and that's what
He's
what's his
infecting it.
name ended up drinking.
Dude,
And
that's
therefore
off
it
the
turns
wall.
him
But
into
it's a
thing.
good, you know.
So I say Kurt Russell was the thing.
Okay, I like it.
Wrong. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I got to go same as Josh on that one. So since that's the ending, I'm guessing we have nothing to add, or do we want to
Rating.
I
backtrack?
think we're wrapping it up.
The ratings.
Yeah, wrapping
Ratings,
this
yep.
thing. Do we
I'll
have
go
a movie
first.
of the week?
Nope, we're skipping that this week.
Apparently, that's what it sounds like. Pick a random one, Rodney.
Well, I'll go over
Josh,
my rating.
Yeah.
I love this movie. I'm giving it a 9.3.
That is
Boom, off the first watch.
beautiful. This is one of my favorite horror movies. And yet again, I have a very, very high rating here. I have to give The Thing a 9.5. I always go off about practical effects. This is the definition of great practical effects. I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 8.5.
Nice.
So
I dig it.
Practical effects and the guessing of it, the guessing game, back and forth all movie. I agree with Tyler and give it an 8.5.
nice.
Can I say one thing I didn't like about the movie real quick?
It's the best. We have to make sure we give it the best rating.
Well,
We don't
it's
fucking
just one little
downgrade it.
problem.
It's for
I
John
think-
Tucker, dude. We can't mess this up for him.
I think there were like too many people in the camp.
Too many?
Yes.
I think
Like,
that
they-
was
like-
just right.
Like,
Main
it's not-
character, like the characters that they were saying their names of. I felt like there was too many, and kind of like I did in Fury, I wasn't able to get attached to any of them. So outside of Mac, I didn't feel connected to where if they died. Like I was only pulling for Mac in this movie.
And you still gave it a 9.3.
No, yeah, I fucking love it, but that
Yeah.
was just one little thing. Like it was hard for me to follow who is this, who is that, and I think there was a couple too many people.
I just realized that, like, the classics of John Carpenter, like Halloween and The Thing, that's the two people go to the most. That's crazy that you like The Thing that much better. That's
Way
like
more.
3 points better.
Way more.
It's
than
pretty
Halloween.
bizarre.
Okay,
I
sorry to
dig
interrupt
it.
you.
Yeah.
You interrupted
Your
me?
movie of the week.
Oh, I didn't know you even interrupted me.
I was going to say, I didn't even know I was supposed to get movie of the week. I was like, you didn't grab a movie of the week this whole time.
So, The Heartbreak Kid, Ben
Underrated.
Stiller, love this movie.
People hate on it. I don't
He
get it.
goes on his honeymoon with his new wife and
She
murders
meets another
her.
woman on the honeymoon, and things
She
are
pisses
funny
on a
as
jellyfish wound
Shit.
at
Yes,
the end.
pisses on him for a jellyfish sting, and it's crazy. It's actually really funny, and it's got a lot of heart.
Can you
too.
pile drive me or whatever she says? He's like, I mean, I guess because he's more sensual.
The sunburn she gets is awful. It's so bad. So anyway,
I can't unsee it.
Were
All
you-
right, follow us on
Instagram.
Instagram at official box office banner. I post clips and then the link to the podcast when it's out. Follow us on or subscribe to us on YouTube at Box Office Banner. We put every video up that we make up there on top fives and podcasts. Facebook at Box Office Banner Movies. Movies is capitalized with 2 O's. Invite your friends. Follow us there. We post a lot of stuff there, and we appreciate all your all's posts. Spotify at the official Box Office Banner. Follow us there. Listen to us anytime, anywhere. Jeez. I gotta do
Thank
that
you for
at the
coming.
end of every
Louise,
episode.
Papa Cheese.